to two of our
Happens.
midfielders.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So guys, like the video, subscribe, smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Get that freaking likes up. Get the likes up, guys. Get the likes up. Like that video, like the video. Guys, we're gonna be talking about Man United, we're gonna be talking about Arsenal, we're gonna be talking about Newcastle, we're gonna be talking about the UEFA Champions League between Madrid and Liverpool, and we'll be discussing about RB Leipzig versus Manchester City. Like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, smash the like button. We're also gonna be talking about Casemiro red card too. We're gonna be talking about the competence of the EPL and the EPL referees. Like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, smash the like button, like that video, subscribe, guys, subscribe, smash the like button, and everybody please get that freaking likes up, get the likes up. Let's go, my people. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Day now. So my people on that day, I hope you guys are fine. Like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, like the video. So let's talk. First, I want to talk about Casemiro first because I was in Madrid and I think he's played more than 500 games in Madrid and he has never received a yellow card. I said a red card before. So now he has received 2 red cards in a period of I think a month or something like that, which is a little bit kind of worry for me as a rival watching because I know how good of a Casemiro and I know him being there is an impact to any club in world football because that guy is, for me, he is the best center defensive midfielder in world. Whatever you like, you can put any algorithm on anything. Casemiro is the best CDM in world football, whether I like it or not. So him being in any team is a potential winning for you, but him getting the red card for me, I'm a little bit as a rival watch. I'm like, okay, how did this team come? But I've seen United play even more without Casemiro. But I'm also worried because what he gives to that team, Fred, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, Marcel Sabitzer cannot give what Casemiro is giving because Casemiro cover 90% of the ground for United and the way they want to play. You can understand that. Also, the incompetent of Man United and the EPL referee is sickening. Today, they gave a wrong decision. Next tomorrow, they give the right decision. I don't know what to follow in terms of the decision making. I don't even know which one is penalty, which one is handball, which one is red card. I don't know because they are very. I never seen that fraud, that bored idiot call Howard Webb step over as a VR comedy, and there has been a problem. I don't know what to say, but it is what it is. Whatever happens, it happens. It is what it is. So, Tom, your take on Casemiro?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, listen, if you take the context of your game yesterday, we already discussed backstage. Pereira on Felix and Amati on Havertz, it is the exact same challenge, just in a different game on a different day. The exact same challenge. We played Reading in the FA Cup, and Andy Carroll and one of their midfielders did the exact same things to Donny van der Beek and Christian Eriksen, and fuck all happened in those games. And those 2 players now might not even play the rest of the season. But there's no consistency at all. We saw what happened with the first red card that he received. And listen, since he's come to England, in his whole career before he even came to Man United, he had never received a straight red card. He's got 5 UCL medals. He's got all the accolades in the world. He's been in one of the greatest teams of all time in Real Madrid. And he's never received a straight red card. He's aggressive, but he's not over. He doesn't go over the line. And you know what? I just think the actual officiating, the refs, the whole committee, it's just shite from top to bottom. It is absolutely shite. And listen, we said when VAR even came into football, we said it's either going to make referees or it's going to break them. And it's breaking them completely because it's just showing there's so much incompetence. If you can honestly not sit there at a screen and at least look at the circumstances and the context of Andrew Mariner, who was on VAR today, could have easily looked at the context of what he did wrong yesterday and put that right today. In terms of, I made the mistakes yesterday with the Chelsea game where I should have probably sent Ricardo Pereira off. I should have probably sent Amati off. But the exact same thing happens to Casemiro today, and he thinks, "Oh, right, I'm just going to do Casemiro." But it's fine for everybody else to do it around the league, isn't it? So long as it's only against Man United, and do you know what? It just ruined the whole game. Because you ain't going to win a game with 10 men. I don't care if you're playing bottom of the league or you're playing prime Barcelona or prime Real Madrid. You ain't going to win any game with 10 men. It doesn't happen. It just does not happen at the end of the day. And it ruins your whole game plan, system, everything. And on a whole, listen, I look at it and I can see why it has been given. I'm not disputing why it has been given. But there is no consistency and there's no compatibility because if Casemiro needs to be booked, like I say, the FA and Premier League need to go back and review the Chelsea game, go back and watch the whole game, and you need to send off at least 2 Leicester players, minimum. You need to go to the game tonight that we saw with Newcastle and Wolves, and you need to send Nick Pope off then, and you need to suspend him as well, because you need to have some consistency, because there's far too much corruption in this game at the moment, far too much. Listen, we see about the case with Barcelona and paying off referees and this, that, the other. Go and check Andrew Mariner and Anthony Taylor's bank accounts right now. Honestly, because it's scandalous. You know yourself, Abdullahi, especially with Anthony Taylor. He is so incompetent. So incompetent. And listen, I don't want to hear this where referees can't be punished and they're above the law and this, that, the other, because 2 referees this season, one of them's been demoted to the Championship and the other one's been sacked off of the whole officiating. So things can be done at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But on the whole, I'm not disputing why it has been given, because on any other given day, I would say, yeah, it is a red card. But you have to look at it from the player's perspective. He's done his job. He's won the ball. And his foot has collided with the ball, ran over the top of it, and it just so happens that a player's there, and it's grazed his shin. I don't think there's that much force, there's that much momentum going into the challenge. Mm-hmm. You see it all the time when players, they go into the back of people or they completely take people out. Like I look at Fabinho a couple of weeks back when they played Brighton away. He completely took even Ferguson out, completely did the exact same thing with Casemiro, but to the back of him, and he was nowhere near the ball. He didn't even get a yellow card. Did not even get a yellow card. And you look at this today, like I said, there's just no consistency at all. Mm-hmm. And like I say, if I was one of the chiefs of Man United or executives, I would go to the FA, I would go to the Premier League, and I'd take screenshots of what happened with Chelsea game and with Newcastle game, and I'd say, you're banning Casemiro. You've already done us over once this season, over a decision to suspend him once. Now, if you're not going to overturn it again, you need to ban these other players as well. You need to ban the Leicester players. You need to ban the Newcastle player. You need to ban a lot more players of this season because there is no consistency and there is no compatibility. And with Casemiro himself as a player, they've just got it in for him. I'm sorry, they have got it in for him. They think he's Brazilian, he's aggressive, they've just got it in for him. There can't be any more to say about it. I'm not disputing that it should have been a red because I think it should have been. He's collided with the player, and I can see why it's been given, but I think it's very harsh because I think if Book was on the other foot with Southampton, do I honestly think that he would have sent off a Southampton player? Probably not. I don't think he would have done, not in the context of the game, because they have a storyline to fight for this season, Southampton, because they're in the relegation battle. What do Man United have to fight for in the league? Nothing. We're sitting highly and proudly in the top 4. We don't exactly look like the arse is going to fall out and we're going to drop out of the top 4. And we don't exactly look like we're going to win a title. So we're basically just stuck in the middle. So there isn't anything left to do in that regard, in that case. But, like you said, Abdullahi, there's no consistency with red cards. There's no consistency with penalties. There's no consistency with handball. Personally, for me, and I'm just saying this out of context now, scrap the handball rule. Scrap it. Because you might as well just let players just knock the ball away with the hands. You might as well let outfield players play with the hands. Why not? Why not? Because I already said backstage, if you amputate that player's arm, and he doesn't have an arm there, the ball goes straight through. Straight through. But it's not in a natural position. And I don't want to hear this, he's slipped and this, that, the other, because other players have slipped. And it's cost people to win Champions Leagues, or it's cost people to win Premier League titles.
West Ham, Chelsea, Thomas Suchek.
Yeah, Thomas Suchek there. And they say it's not a penalty. There's no consistency in the league at all. No consistency at all.
And the same thing happened the following week.
And like I say, just as the final point, Rashford up the other end with Bazuna, the goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
He's touched Rashford. I don't care what the contact is, what the force is. There's probably no force or menace into it, but he's clipped him and he's touched him. Right? And in the eyes of the laws of the game, that should have been a penalty. It's not been given. The referee's not been told to review. It's been reviewed and everything like that. But if they reviewed it as not being a penalty, then out of the context of what it is, they need to book Rashford, because it's supposed. Because if it's not given as a penalty, it's given as a dive then, and you need to book him. And I'm saying that from and that's me being unbiased, not against my own player. But if you're not going to give it as a penalty, then it must be a dive in the context of your decision, and you need to book him. And then you need to go forward from that, and there needs to be consistency. And this is why I said the exact same thing all of the time about referees in this country. The referees in this country that we have right now were refereeing games 10, 15 years ago. Football has moved on. It's not as aggressive as it used to be, because you used to get away with stuff like what Casemiro got done for today. You take that challenge today and you put that on Roy Keane, you put that on Graham Souness, you put that on even Essien, one of your greatest midfielders of all time. You put that on any of those players 10, 15 years ago, they wouldn't have even got a yellow card, never mind getting sent off.
Mm-hmm.
The game has moved on and the referees, and the game has left these referees in the past. And that is why you need younger referees, you need people who are more educated and more skilled on the game. And what I mean by that is you need people who know the laws of what it means to be a player, to actually officiate the game, and also to use the technology to your advantage. Mm-hmm. Because you know what I would love to see? I would rather have no person sits in the VAR hub. I would rather have the touchline official be able to use the touch screen and draw his own lines and draw his own conclusion. And if he could then use the touch screen to say, right, I've made an on-field decision, but I want to go and look at it in 4K. I want to go and look at it on the screen, and I want to draw my own lines and look at it from my perspective. Roll the clips and let the referee do his job. You don't need another person in his ear saying, this is that, this is what, you need to overturn your decision. Because psychologically, you can never tell me that there has ever been a major decision, whether it be a red card, handball, penalty, whatever, where whenever a referee has gone to the monitor, he is stuck with his original decision. It never happens. And that's what I mean, where there's no consistency and there's no level playing field. Because if there was consistency, you need to go forward with it. And there isn't. And that's the problem.
I agree, because people call this the best league in world football, but we have
it's not. Listen, it's shite. To say the Premier League makes, billions and billions of pounds and they can't afford the best referees in the world, it's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish.
It is tough, because this is not the first time this keep happening, and it will keep happening over and over and over again. And then, see, for me, they will not get any decision for that, because they will keep happening over and over again. That is what my problem is, because what happened today, next week we might see a different scenario where it's different whenever.
Yeah, we'll see a difference potentially from next week on, because at the end of the day, you can take the game with Chelsea as the example that you need, and you
Yeah, my
move it
bad.
forward.
Because I'm not even. It's not even about being angry or being pissed off because this happening over and over. The inconsistency in the APL
Oh, I'm
is
not angry because
shambolic.
Abdullah, why be angry and why moan and everything about it? Because it's been happening ever since the VARs came into the game. There's
See, I don't think it is the use of VR. I think it is the interpretation of the way it's being used. I don't think it's VR because VR don't have a problem. It is the way it is being used. That has been the problem for me. If you look at La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, VAR has been used absolutely 100% okay. Without no controversy. Why was it going to be controversy in EPL? Because I don't know. If the referees are not good enough, the job of the VR is to help them to what? To help them and make their job more easier. But when we have VR and VR is making the job very difficult. I'm not gonna look at VR, I'm gonna look at the refereeing because if a referee goes to school and referee a game, you are going to school to referee a game, you have to referee the game in a proper way where there's not gonna be controversy. But I've watched La Liga, I've watched Bundesliga, I've watched Serie A, and I've seen the refereeing. The referee exactly as it should be. But the EPL today, they get someone red card, next tomorrow, different. I'm kind of confused that there is no consistency when it comes to officiating. So I'm not surprised when this stuff happens. I'm not surprised because this will keep happening over and over. And ever since that board fraud called Awodoba taken over the BL community, Lord have mercy on us. Lord have mercy on us. It's been beyond explanation. I can't even explain what happened. It's been beyond what? I can't even explain. It's been beyond shambolic. But am I surprised? No, it is VAR. I'm not surprised because it happens week after week after week without consistency. So I'm not surprised. Casemiro red card.
Oh, is my mic making a sound because I'm hearing something?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Casemiro red card. I mean, yeah, the referee isn't consistent, but I mean, that's life, man. You know, like, end of the day, the refs are human beings. You know, they're gonna make mistakes. There's gonna be games where they miss things. There's gonna be games where they see things. That's just life, you know. And it's unfortunate when it's your team that gets the bad end of it. But that's just unfortunate, man. That's just how sports works, you know. It's just at the end of the day, Casemiro's an experienced player. You can't put yourself in that position. You know, you shouldn't be going up. You shouldn't be putting your studs up like that. This is not La Liga. It's the Prem. It's not the same. And he will learn that as he adjusts, as he gets used to the league. He'll learn that. But I mean, overall, to be honest with you, man, I can't be upset because when you play 10 men, I mean, and you draw, I mean, you can't be mad. I mean, to be honest, like when you play 10 men, you don't lose. You can't be mad about it. So I can't really be mad about it because I think playing with 10 men and drawing is a good result at the end of the day. I'm annoyed because I feel like this one of the games where we would have won, you know, if we had 11 men, I feel like we would have beaten Southampton, you know, pretty convincingly, to be honest with you. But I mean, that's just the referee, man. It's annoying, you know. It's inconsistent, but I mean that's just how it is. You know, it was a red card. I mean, it was a red card. Like there's no.
Yeah, I'm not disputing the red card, but the consistency is my problem because the same Andre Mangena who refereed the Chelsea match between Amape and Kai Havertz and then Ricardo Pereira and Joao Felix was the one that the VAR officiated. If you cannot give that as a red card, I don't think the Casemiro one should be given as a red card. That's me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's hard to. It's always gonna be annoying when it's your team, you know, because at the end of the day, nobody likes to be screwed, you know. Nobody. It doesn't matter, you know, because you're always gonna be like, okay, why do you call it today and not call it tomorrow? But at the end of the day, man, it's like these refs, man, they're human beings like us. They'll make mistakes, you know. They'll miss things. 'Cause, you know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. You know, so you just can't put yourself in that position. You know, like that's what I would say for Casemiro. You know, you just can't be going for a challenge like that. You know,
I thought it's a 6 red card. I wasn't giving a 4-match ban instead of 3.
because he already had a 3-match ban already. It goes up every time. Yeah, it goes up one game every time. So if it happens again, it'll be 5 games. Yeah.
What? So if you get another 6 red card, it's gonna be 5 games.
If he gets another one, it'll be 5. Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy. Oh Lord.
Yeah, man. Man, and he's gonna miss the Fulham game away in the FA Cup. No, that's at home, but he's gonna miss that game. He's gonna miss I think we play Brighton and Newcastle. Those are two tough matches. He won't play in those
And
games.
it will miss Brentford no also too, right?
Brentford too. Those are three tough matches. He won't play in any of those matches. But see, the saving grace for us is that Brentford is at home, and we don't lose at home. But Newcastle's away. That's the thing. And
Brighton is
Brighton,
away.
and Brighton is away. That's the problem.
Oh Lord, mercy.
And I feel like Brighton. I'm more worried about the Brighton game than Newcastle because Newcastle, man, they're not really. I watched them today, man. They're not in good form at all, man. They're not
Yeah,
really that strong.
But Brighton,
Brighton, yeah, that would be tough. Because without Casemiro, that'd be tough. But I mean, he's a key player, man. But we're gonna have to find a way, man. Because I mean, we're gonna have to find a way to manage at the end of the day. You know, we're gonna have to play, but we have players missing. Ericsson is injured. What's his name? Sabitzer, we got him alone. He's injured too. Van der Beek is gone for the season. I mean, we just have so many players because they're suspended now. We only have three midfielders healthy: Bruno, McTominay, and Fred. That's it. Like everybody else is either suspended or injured. Those are the only midfielders we have that are currently active, man. That's the issue, man. So we're gonna have to manage, man. We're gonna have to manage. We're gonna have to figure. We're gonna have to manage. But I mean, we managed last time without him, man. But Sabitzer was there. That's so he's not gonna be. He might be there this time. He might not be there this time. But we're gonna have to manage, man. But it's tough, man. But it's a red, man. What can you do?
built on Casemiro red card, brother. What's your take?
Yeah, for me, that's a red card automatically for me. Like the challenge was rash. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he went there with his cleats. He could have broke the guy's leg, man, or his ankle. For me, it was definitely a red card. I don't see how United fan can complain about it. And honestly, I mean, you could say they got lucky too today because I think Rashford should have been booked because he clearly dived, bro. Like if you want to be an acting Rashford, there's a Hollywood FC is right around the corner. Bro. You could call it Hollywood, bro. Then he stunt level, bro. That was really embarrassing, man. Like, come on, bro. You're in the form of life. And you do like
But
that,
Wilton, to be honest, though, we should have had a penalty. To be honest,
when there's VAR, this and that. But when it comes to this decision, you just have to live with it, honestly, man. Because we know those referees are gonna be bad. The only referee I like in the Premier League is Michael Oliver. I think he's a good referee. But other than that, the rest are just they're from the road, bro. Like they just from the road. So it is what it is, man. I mean, I think United, yeah, they're gonna be fine. You guys gonna get top four. Like top four is already secure. Um, I guess the caveat is so you guys are gonna be fine, man. You guys play in the FA Cup.
for him, but it's at home, man. We don't lose
Yes,
at
I
home. So
come on, man. Like, you guys are gonna be fine, man. What's your schedule looking like? Who do you play next?
um, in what in the Premier League?
Yeah, in the Prem. Let me see. Okay, you guys go against Newcastle. Oh, at St. James. Oh, that's gonna be a tough game. St. James Park. That's gonna be a tough game. So there's that. No, no. Your next game is in the Premier League. Is Newcastle, St. James Park. That's gonna be a tough game. Really tough game. By the way, I'm looking at you guys' schedule. Why is the um Yeah, man, guys, man. If you guys watching the stream right now, Abdullah he's coming back. Just like and subscribe for my guy Abdullah. He just doing something at the moment, but he'll be right back. But we're just talking about the United game. Like, obviously, like today, United they drew today with against Southampton at home. To be fair, they were 10 men down. They could have won the game. They they should have or didn't get a penalty. I didn't watch the game, so you guys can tell me, but I did see the Casemiro red card, and for me, that was a clear red card in my opinion. But the penalty, I don't know. It was in a natural position, so it should have been a penalty, but they didn't get it again. The referees are so inconsistent. I get it. Referees are human being, but you can't be this inconsistent. Like you're gonna make mistake. You human. You're not a robot. Even robot at some point they make mistake because you gotta because you robot are what designed by human being. Like for example, like robot that make a car, they're designed by human being, and sometimes they're gonna malfunction because we design it. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So, but the issue I have with these referees, it's too inconsistent, bro. We can't go one weekend without like a big controversial decision. Like you're gonna make mistake in a football match. It's gonna happen. But the issue is that you have VAR, you have all this resource at your disposal, but the mistakes are still there. Like it's crazy. Like look at the Chelsea game yesterday. The amount of referee decision that went badly because it just referee just not doing their job right. But I get it, but because it just happens too consistently, man. In my opinion, the Premier League needs to really do something about the referees, man. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. You're in the back system. Here it is. Okay, Abdullah. I think he's doing something. He once he get back, he can bring you in. But yeah, back to United. I think United is gonna be fine. Honestly, they could have won today too. Honestly, even though they were 10 men down. They I'm looking at the schedule. They have Betis that they already through. They're right? They're up 4-1 on aggregate. They're gonna beat that. The Brighton game is this is it's postponed. I don't know why. I don't know. It's postponed. But the next Premier League game is at Newcastle at St James Park. That's gonna be a tough game because I believe Newcastle only lost once at home this entire season, and it was against Liverpool. To be fair, Liverpool and City are the only team I'm pretty sure in the Premier League that has beaten Newcastle this season. Yeah, Liverpool and City are the only team, but yeah, Liverpool beat them home and away, and City beat them at the Etihad, and City drew with them. Even Arsenal couldn't beat them. Chelsea haven't beat. I don't know. Yeah, I see Chimir said you guys have their number, but at St James Park with no Casemiro, the form that Newcastle are in at home, maybe you might beat them, but you didn't beat them at Old Trafford, did you? Yeah, yeah, you guys didn't. I'm looking at the head to head. You guys didn't. You guys drew 0-0. Yeah, so yeah, you guys drew 0-0. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a tough game for you guys, man. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be tough at St. James Park. It's like a fortress this season. It seems like a fortress. They either gonna beat you or they're gonna draw. Liverpool somehow is the only team that somehow ended up beating them at St. James Park. So that's gonna be a tough game. Then you guys have Fulham. You guys gonna be Fulham. Yeah, United's gonna be fine. I mean, if the Brighton game is postponed, yeah, yeah, you guys that yeah, because if I'm looking at the schedule, the Brighton and the United is postponed, so I'm guessing so Casemiro is gonna miss the Fulham game, the Newcastle game, and the Brentford and the Everton. Those games you should win because they're all at home. Like you guys are really strong this season at home. So yeah, I should win those games. Brentford, Everton, I should beat those teams. So they're gonna be fine. United's gonna get top. The United's gonna finish third in the season, and we'll see what they do in the FA Cup and the Europa League. But yeah, man. Honestly, what do you guys think, man? People in the comment section, man. This weekend of footy, I don't know. It wasn't that good. I don't think it was this weekend of football was that good. Honestly, it was. I don't know. It felt like lackluster and boring. It's like the result was so predictable. I mean, except for the Liverpool one, that was really strange. Beating United like that and to lose again Bournemouth the following weekend like clowns. Yeah, just from top four in Europa. Yeah, that would be good though. That would be a very good season for Ten Hag. Like 2 trophies in his your first season and Champions League football again. So that'd be really good for Ten Hag, and that'd be more money as for going into the transfer market this summer, especially if the Qatar owner take over United too. So
That would be pretty interesting for going into next season. Shoving up to Cook Zero. Yeah, it's strange, man. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like it's like that's why we saw with Tottenham though. They beat Chelsea right 2-0, and the following then after that they lost to who was it? I don't remember. Was it Leicester? They lost to some garbage team the following weekend. Because I remember they beat Manchester City and they lost to Leicester. They beat Chelsea. I don't remember who they. Yeah, Wolves. Like, come on, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. These rivalries are crazy, man. Like I see it all the time in La Liga, man. I saw it last season where Barca beat us 4-0, but we ended up winning the league, man. Like it's crazy how much rivalry just I don't know. When it's a derby, players just want to kill you, bro. They just want to win the derby, but after that, they just don't care what happens afterward, which is weird for a team like Liverpool. But I mean, Liverpool losing to Bournemouth, I wasn't even that surprised when you look at their away form this season. Like they've been so inconsistent away from home. So I wasn't really that surprised, low key. Yeah. Yeah, it's like Barca Madrid, yeah. It's just the rivalry just insane. Arsenal with Tottenham, Arsenal with Chelsea, United and Liverpool. Yeah, those teams just so for the rivalry, man. Whenever it's time to get it, PSG and Marseille too. Like Marseille and PSG, they always go at it, man. But yeah, man. What did Chelsea? Chelsea beat Leicester this weekend. What 3-1. Modric was one game away from being Mr. 007, but I mean Leicester defense had to be a bunch of losers and let him get an assist. So we couldn't troll Modric anymore. So shout out to Modric for breaking the 007. Sancho is still Mr. 007. He still holds that title. It is what it is, man. Fluke assist. Man, I was so upset, man. I'm like, of all assists, bro, like with your head like that. Come on, man. And what a finish by Kovacic, man. Shout out to Kovacic. That was a nice finish, but so frustrating, man. I was hoping my guy was 007, man. We've been building up for it for so long. Then then it just stopped, man. But good win for Chelsea. Chelsea on a 3-game winning streak. They beat Leeds, they beat Dortmund, they beat Leicester. Hey man, I just hope in the Champions League they get a tough draw because I don't want Chelsea. Me personally, I'm not even on hating, even though this is a Chelsea fan channel. I don't think Chelsea should be in the Champions League anymore. Those guys in 10th place in the Premier League. It's just embarrassing, bro. If Chelsea gets to the semifinal, the final of the Champions League this season, they're not even top 4 in the league, bro. And these guys are out here trying to make a semi or final, man. Yes, you guys can call me a hater or the Chelsea fan if there's any Chelsea fan listening to. I just think we should have respect for the competition. Chelsea should not be in the Champions League anymore, man.
I was doing something upstairs. My apologies.
No, it's all good.
People in the chat, what's going on? The chat has been down. What's going on? People is sending chat though. So, but Victor, do you think because this is not the first that this is happening in the VPL, so I'm not surprised when this stuff happen. But my problem is we can't get a consistency when Award Web is the referee. So that's my problem is when Award Web is the referee, is the VR referee. What more can I say?
It's too inconsistent, man. Like, don't get me wrong, you're gonna make mistake. You human. Because we human, we make airplane crashes. We make cars. Sometimes it breaks down with you because nobody's 100%. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody, even though we created like your phone. Sometimes your phone glitches. Sometimes your phone gets hot. All of a sudden, sometimes you gotta upgrade get a new device because your phone is breaking down. Because we created it. But the only issue that you want like consistency. For example, if I buy a new iPhone, you don't expect it to break down in like like in a month or so. You expect it at least for it to last you 2-3 years at least. Good. before we start breaking down. The issue, the reason I'm using that example is that it's too consistent in the Premier League, bro. Like it's every single weekend. There's gonna be a big mistake. What? Like
Wait, what happened? This live stream is not listed in your channel. What happened? Why? Is it true?
Let me see. I'm pretty sure.
Can you guys see, please? Can you guys see, please? Is it listed?
It should be your chat because that's how I got in here. I got in here through the YouTube link.
But
yeah, it's listed. I think he just needs to refresh the page. It's listed.
He said I haven't started it. After that, I'm live already. I said I'm live.
It says we just refreshed because it's. I
see
it.
Upcoming video. No, I'm live already. What's going on?
Yeah,
I'm live.
I'm on my phone. It says.
So do you guys go to? Do you see? Is it showing on YouTube? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's showing on YouTube. I'm looking at it right now on my phone. Yeah,
why
it's live. Yeah, it's live.
What is? Is it showing on YouTube? I don't.
Try refreshing the page. I don't know. It's live for me.
Oh,
on YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, I just.
Okay, on YouTube is okay. I think I know where the mistake is. I think people are complaining. He said it's showing that upcoming. What is upcoming? This is why nobody is in comment. Okay, I'm on Android, but I can check it right now on YouTube.
Try closing the app and reopen the app SSB to your. Try refreshing your YouTube.
What is going on? Guys, I'm also seeing the same thing too. Yeah, I'm also seeing the same thing too. I'm seeing the same thing too. Nana, is it showing on YouTube or not? Can you guys see it on YouTube? I'm confused because
sorry, it definitely was. It definitely was. I definitely saw it on YouTube.
But
yeah, I saw Wilton saying how United are basically secure top 4. It was on YouTube.
Yes,
where says he said upcoming? What's going on?
Yeah, it did say it was upcoming, but I could watch it, which was weird.
You can watch it?
Yeah, I could. If you click on it, like it shows the screen, but it says it's upcoming.
He said it is showing, but it says upcoming and not live. Wow.
Yeah.
So
what's going on? Is it for me?
Should we end the stream and do it again?
Let me go out and come back again. Let me go out.
Let's go for the 12th.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. I don't know what that.
It's still upcoming for you guys. Okay. Let me go out and come back. Hold on. I'll be back.
Yeah, it's upcoming, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, upcoming.
That's crazy, man.
We've been live for 38 minutes.
Look at this guy Wilton's avatar, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Yo, so Neymar doesn't need to be hugged by that. The Neymar doesn't need to be hugged by that guy, bro. Come on now. We don't need to see that.
Somebody has to say, man, Wilton is a hero, man. Wilton is a hero. He has the right attitude, man.
Exactly. Man.
Oh.
I'm here to spread love, man.
Neymar deserves love, man.
Yeah, man, we all deserve love, man. Why we gotta?
We do deserve love. We deserve love.
We just on here talking about football. NK has to come in here with negative energy.
Actually, you know what? Actually, Fulton, because I don't think Abdullahi will talk about this. Yo, speak about that Barca. What do you think is gonna happen to Barca then? Because that's illegal. Let's keep it. Like you can't pay the ref association.
I don't want those league titles. Like, let's say they were like, okay, like the Mancity. Like, I don't want like. It's just weird. Like they already won those trophies. They can keep them. I'm sure some Chelsea fans are gonna have petitions for 2009, this and that. But me personally, just keep those titles. But I would love for them to deduct 15 points away from it, like they did with you.
Yeah.
And the season, they did that. But at the end of the day, what I think is just gonna happen, they're just gonna be like, okay, Barca, yeah, just gonna pay like a fine or something, like a 1.1. I don't know, some type of fine. I think that's what's gonna happen.
They should get relegated for that.
It's so corrupt, bro. So
yeah, they should get relegated for that. Come on.
It's same thing with City. Allegedly, they're found guilty, but we all know how it's gonna end. I don't think anything's gonna happen to City, bro.
But Wilton, one thing is the finances thing. That to a degree is bad, but to pay the refs. Nah, man. For me, that's going against the integrity of the game. You're gonna have you're gonna have to get relegated. I'm sorry, if that was me, and I own a La Liga club, I'm asking for relegation, fam. Because that, bro. No, but think about it, Fulton. Come on, bro. Come on. It ain't right. Like,
Yeah. Bilbao fans were complaining about that. This entire time we just been competing against 12 people. Like
exactly.
the competition,
Bro,
we already
no,
know who's gonna win the competition.
Filton, some of these like I'm just saying, like, bro, some of these decisions, like especially in Europe, man, they just all can't be coincidence,
Bro,
man.
those
Too many,
those
bro.
Clásicos in the Camp Nou, bro. I know the neutral always look forward to it because we get destroyed by Barca and Messi would just constantly shit on us. I know people are excited to do that because let's be real, right? Real Madrid hated a lot. People didn't like Mourinho, this and that. But those Clásicos, bro, I never look forward to playing Barca in the new camp, bro. There was always some type of dodgy decision, bro. It was so frustrating, bro. You know, my entire time watching Barca, I don't think we never got a penalty ever at the new camp ever.
Let me think.
I swear, bro, I don't remember the last time we got a penalty in the new camp, bro.
Ronaldo never got one.
In the new camp, maybe in his first season. I know.
I think he got one like once. I think he did once, maybe once. But
that's crazy, man.
Messi's had a couple though. I've seen Messi. Messi's taking a lot of pens, bro.
Bro, Messi got a hat trick of penalty. I remember in 2014, he scored a hat trick of penalties against us.
Bro, imagine, this guy Casemiro might be the biggest crook in football, man. He's one of the biggest crooks in football history, bro. Like,
no, but this new guy that got is a piece of crap too, man.
Yeah, man. Jesus Christ.
Barca relegated with collapse in La Liga. Probably viewers. I mean, to be fair though, it would boost the Segunda, La Liga Segunda. It would get a lot of viewership, so it would help Barca the Segunda a lot, bro.
Nah, but SSB, I get what you're saying. Obviously, it would affect the La Liga,
but it'd be only for one season though, so they could take a hit.
Nah, they don't.
But it's not like Tebas cares about the league anyway. He doesn't want foreigner to come in and invest in the league, so.
Nah, they won't do it. They'll never really.
They won't do it, man. But they should. They should.
Guys, I'm gonna end this one. We're gonna go on the news stream.
Come.
Come on. Guys, I'm gonna end this one. Then we're gonna go on the news stream.
All right. Yeah, let's end.
So let me send the link out to the new one. Let me send the link out to the new one. Hold on. I don't know why. Is it maybe I want to know if it's from me or from YouTube?
See, that's why I mean, what I mean, Abdullah, because it was made by human beings. We're not